What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, we're going to talk about something that a lot of people have been asking me recently, and that is how do you make gold early on in classic TBC? More specifically, the people who are planning on playing TBC, but they don't have a lot of gold stored up. Like, how can they make sure that they will have the flying mount once they reach level 70? So before we dive into this information and the video in general, I do want to mention that I do have a complete gold guide for classic TBC. So if you guys still haven't picked that up, you can find the link down below in the description. And it's basically just a full guide on stuff that I haven't made a video on yet, obviously, because, well, the game is not out yet. And the intention is to keep on updating the book constantly throughout the release and before the release of classic TBC. I also have a section in the end of the book with items that you should, at least items that I myself investing in now in classic to make even more gold on those items in classic TBC. So make sure to check that out with the link down below. And let's jump into the video. So this video is inspired by a video that a guy named Fake Cutie on YouTube made, and it's basically just leveling while gold farming. So it's a very, very easy concept, and there's a lot of reasons why this is good. And the biggest reason is that there's going to be a lot of people playing classic TBC. So there's going to be a lot of people fighting over the same mobs, fighting over doing like the same quests and whatnot. So it's better to step aside in the first hours of the release of the expansion or the game and focus on gold farming, because a lot of people will just be so busy to rush it to 70. And once they're 70, they're then going to start farming because they need gold, right? And they need to wait for people to get to 70 so they can run heroics and so on. And even when they've done every single heroic in the game, they're going to be farming. Literally everyone is going to be farming because there's so many good crafted items and there's so many good farms out there. So you want to get a head start. So when you're level 70, you can sell the items that you farmed while you've gained experience as well, and you'll make a shit ton of gold. So we're focusing on something very simple. This is not a revolutionary thing. People have been doing it for a very long time. There's a lot of people planning on doing it, but just in case you haven't or don't know about this yet, this is what this video is for. So we're going to be farming primals, and you can farm primals from level 60 all the way up to level 70 with really good spots and locations. So the first one that we're looking at is going to be in Hellfire, the zone that everyone is going to start in, and it takes place right here. There's these two different locations, and there's not going to be any competition with people doing quests and so on. Like, that's going to be a minor issue. You're only going to stumble into people if there's more people watching these videos that also want to gold farm while leveling. So on these two locations in Hellfire, you can grind from level 60 and actually all the way up to level 64. If you should stay here until 64, though, it's a whole different discussion. Like, I would stay here if there was competition at the other locations that I'm going to show you. But it's possible to stay here all the way up until level 64. And the item that we're after is obviously going to be the Mote of Shadow or the Primal Shadow. And then moving on to the next one, we have these locations right here in Shaman Marsh. And you can do these locations all the way down at level 61, depends on which spot you're at, and all the way up to level 65. Keep in mind that you can also go in the lagoon and you can kill these eels in the water, and they will give you primal water if you want to spice it up. But we're getting to primal water later in this video as well. But really good positions, all of these, and they also drop some reputation items needed for the reputation Sporegar, so keep that in mind. Good spots, there's many of them, and I would definitely move over to this one as early as you can if you have competition in Hellfire. Now, the next location takes place right here, and this is also for Primal Life. So if you stay for the Primal Shadow one for a long time, then you can jump to this one, which is good from level 63 and all the way up to level 66. And similar to the Shaman Marsh one, you can go up to the lake all the way up north and you can kill eels to get Primal Water if you want to try to get like even numbers going forward. You don't want only Primal Life and struggle to sell only Primal Life, right? But this location is good all the way up until level 66. Now, it's good to have variety, though, as you can farm different locations as well at this level. for instance, on this next one, we're looking at Primal Water, and you can do Primal Water also from level 63 and all the way up to level 67, since some of the locations, the mobs are higher level. And even in the Nagrand, you can go around the Oshu gun and you can kill the mobs with Primal Shadow if you left Hellfire early. And you can also kill these Earth Elementals like in around the entire Nagrand, along the edges on the mountains. There's Earth Elementals, so you can kill those for Primal Earth. Now, keep in mind, people will get the Mote of Earth when they do mining, so it's not generally something that you want to farm for. But if you have a lot of competition at the other locations, then it's better than not getting any attacks on mobs whatsoever. So moving over after this one, which you can do all the way up until 67, comes the last location. And the last location or locations are these ones, and this is Primal Fire. Finally, you can kill these in Shaman Valley, but you should be like level 66 before you head over to this location. But you can farm them until level 70, so that's really cool. And also, if you have competition on the Primal Fire spot here in Shaman Valley, you can go at these two locations, and you can also get Primal Air before you hit level 70. At these locations, also doable all the way up until level 70, even all the way up north on the map, next to the coil area. You can kill like water elementals, but you're probably going to be stacked on water elementals from the previous locations, so you might want to stick to Primal Fire and to Primal Air. And there's also different locations of doing primals. These are just the ones that I tend to prefer, but there's like obviously many primal farms that requires flying, but you're not 70, and flying is what you're trying to achieve by doing this, so that's out of the question. But there's a couple of other locations that you can reach with a ground mount, but these are, in my opinion, the best ones to do when you level. And if you want to see all of the locations that you can do for primals, I have every single one of them that are decent in the TBC guide. But this was pretty much it for today's video. So if you want more videos like this, I know that only some of you guys watching this video will be playing Classic TBC, but hey, if you're one of them, let me know if you're interested in more videos like this now before Classic TBC launches. Just simply let me know by liking the video. Helps on my channel and gives me a good idea if you guys want more videos like this one. But that was it for today's video, so thank you all so much for watching, and I will see every single one of you in tomorrow's video. Until then, bye-bye.